Chicago chefs make great food for restaurant diners, but what are they feeding themselves? Crain's takes a look inside 3 kitchens and finds out what's for staff meal.
So staff meal for us is, of course, the one meal that we share together in the restaurant. We think that family meal has a lot to do with the morale in the building. We usually serve on the weekends 60 or 70 people. Earlier in the week, it's closer to about 20 or 30. Our meal today was a pretty simple meal for the most part. We roasted whole chickens, which is a very, very necessary skill to be able to roast meat perfect in a restaurant, but also an easy and a healthy way to provide someone with something that's nourishing. Risotto is a technical process in cooking, but it's really good rice with some mushrooms or mushroom scraps and the tops of some leeks that we may or may not have used in our cooking. Everyone in the kitchen is responsible for an element of family meal at least 2 days a week. We are also directly in charge of making sure the techniques are being followed to a T, because if you can't cook family meal, you cannot cook in this restaurant for our guests.
At Grace Restaurant, staff meal is for a smaller group, about 40 employees, but equally as important.
For some people, it's the only meal that they get for the day. So if you have your one meal of the day, you want to love it, ideally. Guidelines it's kind of open as long as it makes sense in the starch, vegetable, protein aspect of it. There has to be some kind of fresh juice, pot of coffee, salad. Ideally, it's something on a lighter side, but filling as well. We've had some favorites that we repeat occasionally. Smoked chicken, it was always like a big popular one. Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches with crispy bacon and eggs, kind of pan-fried in Wagyu fat.
Coppervine chef Michael Taus usually takes care of staff meal for the restaurant's 15 to 30 employees.
The philosophy of our staff meal, which is staff meal in a restaurant, we call it family meal. Every day we do a meal that's usually warm or something like that, that's put out for the staff to eat before they start their shift every day. We're here with these people 16 hours a day. The word family comes because this becomes our secondary family. Some restaurants, it's kind of a second thought. So we kind of plan out a couple days in a row. Today we're doing ramen noodles. People love, it's a cold day today, some great soup. Sometimes we do some fun, or sometimes we just, do some corn dogs, or some curly fries, or, because staff, they kind of like stuff like that. Barbecue pork. Sometimes we have this Texas toast. We make grilled cheese, tomato soup, some comfort stuff.